Hey everybody, welcome back to TAZ's Wig Closet at Wig Studio One, here to empower and inspire your wig journey. Today we're going to take a look at one of 5 brand new synthetic style releases by Jon Renau for spring 2022. This is the longest of the 5. This one is called Bryce. It's in the color Venice Blonde 22F16S8. We're going to do an unboxing. You'll see it for the first time right along with me. Coming up. Based on the manufacturer's photos and descriptions, I'm expecting Bryce to be a long wavy style with just some carefree tousled waves in there, something very feminine and carefree looking for the spring season. I'm really excited about that. So let's go ahead and get started. Now I purchased this one from Wig Studio One with my own funds. You can find it at Wig Studio One if you just go below the video, expand the description box. I will attach a link directly to this style. You can look at the pricing, all of the color options, and make your purchase directly from there. We do invite you to shop at Wig Studio One. If you have any questions for us, please reach out to support at wigstudio1.com. Let's get started. This is a part of the Smart Lace collection by Jon Renau. I'm expecting this to have a temple-to-temple lace front and left monofilament side part. They always do a really nice lace front. Packaged with care. All of that waviness tucked up into that net there. Okay, so what I want to do before I do anything else is show you the inside of the cap. And then I'll remove the tags. I want to go ahead and apply this style then without doing anything to it so I can give you some feedback on the fit right away. Oh, wow. Okay, a little bit of a surprise here. Let me check this out. Okay. I have never seen a cap like this from Jon Renau. So what we're looking at here is a temple-to-temple lace front. It does not extend back into the ear tab, and they center monofilament part. This is a seamless hand-tied assembly. And that still gives you plenty of options to work with because the mouth of that part is very, very wide. So you can get a lot of parting options there. And then it's open wefted sides and back. We have a velvet ear tab with nice sturdy stays in there. There they are. And then we just have a standard nape with Velcro style adjusters. Lots of wefting and darting. So are we ready to try this on? Let's do it. First, let me take off the tag. That is just the most annoying thing. I mean, I understand why they have hang tags, especially for like the brick and mortar stores and salons, because that way you could walk up to a style and there's actually a hang tag there to identify it. So I do get that. They're just, for some reason, I think it's because I was injured. One came up and really scratched my cornea one time, so I'm very careful with those. Okay, look at that. Wow. Isn't that just gorgeous? Just the look of it. You can tell that it has some body and some buoyancy, and it's just ever so soft. Okay, let's try it on. Okay. Wow. Okay. I can tell you right away that I am going to have to make just a very minimal adjustment for this to fit my petite average circumference very nicely. I'm not sensing any baggy cap anywhere. This cap is actually the smallest of the 3 that I have explored in this new collection. The other 2 have been quite average. This one feels almost perfect for me right out of the box, which is very strange. but I am still probably going to have to make an adjustment, but it just feels like it's a part of my head. I love it. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I mean, yeah, the fibers need woken up, but it is not hard to tell that this is going to be a gorgeous long wavy style. Let me go ahead and make that adjustment, and then I will go to work on this just a little bit with my usual maneuvers. So I made my adjustment there. All right, so in a long style like this, I just shake gently. I'm careful not to whip it to, you know, possibly tangle the fiber. But then I just want to get in there in about the first 2 inches from the cap. I just want to pull gently, wake it up. I'll do some more swirling and picking and fluffing when I have it applied again. But I'm going to really focus on that part because I'm not a fan of the weave parts. Now in this one, I think I'll use a wide tooth comb to help deconstruct that part. So I just take that and I turn it vertically so that I can just, instead of raking down like this, I just take it vertically back through the part. And that's usually enough to disrupt that weave pattern. It seemed very easy to do. We'll see what it looks like when I get it on. Wow. This just, I mean, this just glides, absolutely glides through this buttery hair. Wow. Oh, let's get this on. Okay. I was able to get an absolutely fantastic adjustment to that cap. Okay, so you can see where I'm automatically just fiddling that part. But that's it. Look at this hair. Oh my gosh. So I really think you are going to love this style if you already know and love the Arrow style by Ellen Villa. We talked about Aesthetica's Orchid style. How about Henry Margou's Harper would be another good one. Maybe Wig Pro's Joy, and I'm going based on a longer style with a wavy texture and a nice amount of fringe, around 6.5 inches. So those are just some styles that I can recall right off the top of my head that may be similar to this one. And Bryce has that mono part in the middle, which gives the illusion and the workability of just more of a mono top. I really feel like that is a really good feature here. Okay, so before I go any further, let's discuss the color. This is Venice Blonde 22F16 S8. This is the first of the brand new styles where I see the highlight pattern taken right up to the lace front. Now, some of you don't like that. I am a big fan of it. Look at that lace. So this really isn't so much of a seam that's visible, just rather the highlight pattern kind of abruptly stopped there. I think it can be easily obscured. But yeah, so all of your up and over kind of styles, your contour at the front will really have a nice soft look from the front. And then that monofilament goes back to about there. And that is a very wide parting space. This is the mouth of that monofilament right there. So you have all this space to work with. Gosh, I just love that. Just love it. That's my own widow's peak underneath the lace. So I just feel like I want to continue to wake that up. These monofilament features are hand tied, hand knotted. They really need your help to wake up because once you do, they'll each move independently. They'll give you a really nice natural movement. You'll be able to style it a lot easier. So I just kind of swirl across the monofilament there to wake up those fibers. Okay, so let's talk about the dimensions of the style because I feel like these These dimensions make this long style eminently flattering, wearable, and gorgeous. That front piece is about 6.5 inches. So yeah, that comes down just below my chin there. I love a fringe piece on a long style. If you had longer pieces coming down, it gets in the face. To me, it's not as wearable, but 6.5 inches stays super flattering. You can get some height at the front if you like it, because any longer pieces in the front, it kind of weighs them down and you're not able to sustain the kind of contour and lift at the front that you may otherwise get. So I feel like you could definitely just use the heat of your hands there to achieve the look that you want. Now this is a regular synthetic style. It is not heat friendly. There's one of the 5 new styles that is heat friendly. It's a short little cropped pixie called Rita. Rita is heat friendly. So you've got that 6.5, and then overall this one is about 21 inches. I'm eyeballing that, but I've had enough 21-inch wigs to kind of know where that falls on me. So about 21 inches. It weighs about 5.2 ounces, but you know what? A 5.2 ounce wig is going to feel heavier on you if the cap doesn't fit right. I don't even know what's on my head, to be honest with you. It feels that good and that light. Probably due in part by these very fine, silky fibers. These fibers are baby fine, but yet there's enough of them to give a nice body and bounce to the waves. These waves just look like a soft, romantic, deconstructed spiral. You could use some texture spray to maybe bring out some of the choppiness, but I kind of rather like the fact that they're really soft and contoured rather than choppy. They're not taken down on the ends as much as some of the more modern textures. Definitely not like a beach wave, but it's soft and casual and carefree at the same time. I am loving these Jon Renau styles. Are just so fresh, beautiful, and feminine for spring. Wow. I initially got 3 of the 5 new styles. This is the 3rd one that I'm filming, the last one of this batch. And I gotta tell you, they are all this gorgeous. I can't wait to get these reviews up for you guys. Just really a solid home run by Jon Renau for spring 2022. Beautiful. Now there is a bit of a thicker density as you move towards the back. There's quite a bit of hair there. I'm thinking, let's see, maybe a 1.5 inch diameter ponytail in the back there. So it's just enough. I mean, it's lush. It's not overly thick, I wouldn't say at all. Talking about permatease, so I really had to remind myself there was some permatease here. There is a little bit of permatease, only a very, very shallow layer of permatease, nothing pillowy anywhere. Yeah, just a beautiful amount of permatease. It's going to allow you to really enjoy the fiber and the style without sustaining volume in places that you don't want it. You can just manipulate the fiber to get the contours and lifts where you want them. You really don't need a lot of permatease, and there's enough here to cover the weft, so they did this. They just did this exactly right. Now, if you wanted, you could trim a bang into this style. You could do a straight across bang. Just make sure it's blended into the sides and done by an experienced person. I know that everybody likes different and varying lengths of fringe that they're comfortable with. That 6.5 inch though is just really a very flattering sweet spot, and it blends so well into these layers. So let's talk about this color, Venice Blonde, just briefly here. We already talked about that highlight pattern being taken up to the lace front, which I love. But let's talk about the color. Now the description says that it's more of a medium natural blonde. And I feel like that's probably true. I think it's a neutral, almost a neutral honey blonde, natural blonde. And then it's very heavily highlighted with an ash blonde, a light ash blonde. And again, they did band that there at the front. But it is dispersed all the way through the style just to give it a beautiful highlight pattern overall. And I feel like this is more of a neutral color. I'm not seeing a lot of warmth in this. Now, sometimes when you get out in natural light or just under different synthetic lights or artificial lights, you can pick up on some gold in places. But again, just looking at the camera here, I'm not picking up on any gold, in particular the yellow toned gold. So what I'll do now is I'll do a spin for you here in the studio lighting. I will also peek my head outside. Even though I've dressed more in a spring, I'm just in that mood, like bring me spring right now. So I did dress more of in a spring top and things, but it's cold outside. And in fact, we're supposed to get some snow showers. So I don't think I'm going to be able to get completely outside, but I will dip my head in the outdoor light so that you can see it from the threshold of my patio. You saw me bring this right out of the box, and with just a couple of simple shakes and just using a little bit of contouring with the heat of my hand, this is what you get. It's gorgeous. I could go out in it right now without any styling product, any manipulation. It just is gorgeous. So let's try with glasses. Great. So the glasses fit beautifully between the ear and the ear tab on this style, and I feel like it would be a good glasses friendly wig if you are a regular glasses wearer. Okay, so this ought to be fun. I'm just going to manipulate this hair a little bit. You can get to know a style a lot in the styling segment. You'll get familiar with the movement, the texture, the density. I can't get into anything too elaborate, but I feel like this would be an amazing wedding hair, or in the event that you need to do an updo and all these curly little tendrils, it would just be amazing. So I hope you enjoyed today's video and a presentation of this new Jon Renau style. We'll see you soon on TAZSWIG Closet at Wig Studio 1.